that doesn't help, and Tiny gets obliterated because he has no armor. So this actually blows my mind with the Tiny pickup here. They are pretty squishy on EVOS, Shaman, and Venge. But the Morphling, if he can get, you know, the Strength Morph off beforehand, or if he gets farmed enough to have enough stats, this Tiny is actually blowing my mind. So it's got to be a mid-Tiny because you want to put the bounties at 3.
10 seconds remaining.
And we saw Mark play that Tiny earlier as well. So Neon are looking for the real hard carry on Scatterlicious. Can they Medusa? But I feel like Medusa's not good against Morphling because if you get the Replicate, then he's able to steal your mana as well. I'm just thinking of like real 4 Protect 1 type of heroes. But that's the issue, like with the Bounty Hunter. You want to be the one snowballing and just absolutely running over the other team with the amount of bonus gold you have. And a Medusa wants to take it late. Unless they can still go back for the Ursa if they want to just end early and really run over EVOS. But then now you get crazy kited with this Venge being picked up. And if that's the case, you put the Morphling up against the Ursa and the Tide against a Bounty. I mean, it's not that much of a better matchup, but at least Tide doesn't not have a game. I honestly think Shadow Fiend for EVOS. Can they Templar Assassin on Neon? No, I'm just thinking, well, if you... I mean, it's going to be a tiny Shadow Fiend, and that's pretty good. They banned the PL. That's a very good ban. Wow. Very, very good ban. They have not a lot of wave clear or illusion clear at all on EVOS. Like, Tide might be forced to go for a Maelstrom if they had illusions. And you can also purge off the minus armor with the Doppelganger. That's actually a really good ban coming through from EVOS.
5 seconds remaining.
They're thinking today, my good sirs. They go to the monkey. So they think it's so they want the tiny mid and they ban the monkey because of course the melee matchup. And who does well against Morphling though? That's the only issue. I really think Ursa for the Tide matchup and just trying to run over them. Could you like Chaos Knight as a core? It's really weird, but the lockdown's good against a Morph and being able to burst him down with the Phantasm. And EVOS don't deal with illusions. Although if you go CK, no one hits towers. So how do you actually end the game with this fast lineup? I mean, Troll's not banned if they want to go back for the Troll. What else can they really pick? A lot of the cores have been banned. And Morphling's already picked, so... But Scatterlicious really didn't look comfortable on that Troll. And it wasn't the greatest game at all, considering PA has Empower and you have to farm up for X amount of time just to even stay relevant. It's just what route do they want to go? Like they can... Yeah,
Radiant team pick.
I don't know. I like Anti-Mage versus the Venge because the counter spell is crazy good. It means you're never going to get Venge stunned. It's not bad against Shaman as well, although Shaman's got that instant lockdown, so if he can get on top of you, like a blink into Hex straight away, then it's hard for Anti-Mage or even Shaman just getting, you know, 8th lens to cast range talent and hexing you from the trees. But I honestly think you pick a Shadow Fiend here and you just end the game at like 20-25 minutes mark with like first ages. El Ursa instead. Okay. So that's fine as well. I mean, that's like why they banned the Monkey King, because the Monkey King matchup would have been good against the melee tiny mid. But now the Ursa is going to be the same as well. And they're still not going to really change. They're still just going to run at Neon here. Honestly, I don't know if Anti-Mage can get enough farm. At least Neon have, I mean, not even that much more lockdown than what they've had. Who's got better team fight? Oh, that's rough. I guess EVOS? I guess Ravage is just over arching all of Neon's abilities, or I guess ultis.
10 seconds remaining.
The issue what I'm seeing with the anti-mage bounty hunter is that bounty hunter likes to play really aggressive early on. You want to get bounty, track kills, and then you start snowballing and you're able to end the game fast and just get a big advantage. So the thing I'm thinking here, that means bounty hunter is going to be able to create a lot of space for the anti-mage, but then it also means that anti-mage isn't getting those track kills because he can't fight early. And then it means that if this game goes late, then bounty hunter kind of falls off. Like, yes, you get a crap load of items early, but you're not going late against like an Ursa Morphling. You're still going to get blown up. I don't know if the bounty can create enough space, especially with this Rubik. It's a pretty good Rubik game though. I don't like anti-mages anymore unless it's like the perfect game. Like you have like a Dark Sea lane matchup into like one stun and maybe another intel hero mid, but apart from that, I'm really not sure about this pickup, this anti-mage. It's gonna be interesting to see. We'll see what happens, but Game 2 though is underway, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've all been enjoying the class. Game 1 was a pretty quick game considering. I mean, EVOS had a bunch of team fight and just really ran over. Good. Whoa, what the? Wait, what? Did anyone see this? Good luck further. That is some questionable old chat right there. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what to say about that one. That sounds like a man who's tilted out of his mind, but I can't tell if he's trolling because you see, look at the ha-has coming after. Oh my god. So it looks like the Tide did go for the Anchor Smash level 1. We see a few times getting Gush just for the first block, which they could do very easy against JL. But I guess he wouldn't really need the Gush though, considering if they have like the magic missile with the Ether Shock, or even if he just goes Shackles. I think either way, like they get first blood. He's gonna try and take this Scatolicious. It means he got the Blink level 1. Do they scout him? No, they don't. So he's gonna wrap all the way around. Will he even get here in time though? Shaman recognizes. Does he want to level Hex or Shackles though to get this? Looks like Scatolicious will be able to right-click faster, however. He's going to be fine. EVOS aren't in that area as well. Hey, you take that. I mean, Blink leveled, not the worst. You like having a mana burn just if you're able to right-click people. But there's going to be a lot of pressure this lane. I imagine Ancient Apparition is going to get absolutely destroyed. I think Tide levels Gush level 2, and then if the side of Radiant hit level 2 before... I mean, there's no even timing for Die, though. That's the thing. Like, they have no kill potential. If they get level 2 fast, which you see they're already like, Ether Shocking and trying to push out this lane so they can hit their level timings, then I think AA dies. With the Gush and the Shackles. But that'll be interesting to see. And remember, they did change the Chilling Touch from the Ancient Apparition being just a single target. So just yourself being able to use the Chilling Touch. Only uses 30 mana and you have 1.3 mana regen with the 3 Iron Branches. So he's able to constantly spam this out and you already see the threat. Like they were forced to pop some regen. White Mon though, getting chased down here. Play hard, taking a fair bit of damage as well. Wonder Kid just beating into the Rubik. Does have to be careful though. We'll start strength morphing up. He's going to be fine. Rappy still hasn't leveled up anything as of yet. Just interesting to see considering, I mean, usually you see like Janata leveled first just for the bonus damage and also the gold that you would have stolen with all the right clicks that he's done. Could even understand as well going for that Shadow Walk, but he's probably just going to hold his skill in case he needs it. You already see now. Mana burn picked up on the anti-mage. Just going to try and bully out Tide. Tides probably will go for a Soul Ring, just so he can still... use that Anchor Smash for the lane And I imagine this is going to be a good, really good Vlad's game from the Tidehunter. Give him some sustain, and also it's going to allow you to take Roshan pretty fast as well. Now with the with that Ursa, yeah, they might not even need it considering all their all the minus armor they have. It just depends how Tide wants to go this. Usually when you have, what is that creep doing? Oh no. Play hard survives on about 80 HP. Sorry, I'm fascinated by this creep. What the? What? What is the creep doing? I'm so confused actually, but first blood down his bot lane. Looks like Play Hard and the Bounty Hunter. He went for the 1-1 build. Was able to just close the distance, get enough damage as well. Actually go for the deny instead of going back for the base. It's got that TP available. We'll give a little bit of a chunk of gold. It's not a lot though. It's well worth it just being able to get back. Scatterlicious with the blink forward. They don't have Gosh. Do they have enough damage though? That's the issue. I mean, he didn't go for the Anchor Smash. Anchor Smash, Ether Shock may have been enough. I'm kind of surprised that him not. I'd really like to see the Tidehunter go and cut this tree down to force him to, yeah, to at least force him to eat that earlier Magic Missile out. Rappy's got to be careful here. Waimon taking a bunch of damage as well. The Shuriken, 2 points in it early on. Rappy able to bring him down. You often see maxing out in this Janata, but instead he's gonna get the second point in Shuriken. I mean, 225 damage at about 4 minutes in. Mid lane, Facehugger. Tiny, can he get the last right click coming through? However, the toss, he'll have the bottle charge as well with the movement speed. Facehugger gonna try and juke out. It will be fine. He's got enough mana for the toss. He's gonna get on top of that range creep. Will it be enough? However, might think about turning here. Mark, one more right click. Facehugger's alive. Mark actually might fall. One more right click. No. Oh my lord. Mark really let that one get a little bit too close there. At least he's got a double damage rune down bot, but no one will be able to find him as well. What? Jeez. Mark really cut that one pretty close considering Facehugger was almost able to juke out as well. I mean, I think he had Tangos. Yeah, I think he cut through Tangos and a Calling Blade to get through there. Almost a really nice juke coming through, just creating enough space, but there you go. So you do see the Ty going for the Soaring, like we spoke about. Oh, just didn't have enough mana for the Anchor Smash. He got the deny on the range creep as well. That's such a feels bad, man, but that's some. So speaking about the mid lane kill, that's something like I wonder, is that worth it? Like, yes, it's a solo kill, but it forces you back to base. Now Ursa's getting once again. Oh, I mean, I guess it's worth it because Tiny's not supposed to have a good matchup versus the Ursa. He does okay though, considering if you just spam out, like, look at the damage. Facehugger just came to the lane and now all of a sudden he might be under threat once again. I mean, Mark's gonna try and find him here. Chips are coming through. Really nothing he can do actually, and there's no rotations considering, I mean, Wonder Kid is getting bullied by this Bounty Hunter Rubik lane. And it means they're forced to have 3. And that's leaving Tide in a pretty rough matchup versus the Anti-Mage, because Anti-Mage can bully him out as he's already got 2 points in, of course, the mana burn. And Tide, the way he's able to stay in lane, actually, Magic Missile bot, he's got 2 points in the Ether Shock, but Rappy's going to be fine. Looks like they don't have any detection. None on the Shaman. What about the Venge? None on the Venge as well. That's interesting choice to go for that kill without any detection, I'll tell you what, but this is a very good lane, however, going towards this Anti-Mage. What is he? Level 5. What is the Morphling? Morphling's only 4. And that's a big issue considering they were tri-laning. And this Anti-Mage is supposed to have a weak laning stage, and at least the Tide is getting levels. It's not like he's not getting anything. I mean, he's third in CS. He's got more than this Anti-Mage. So it's not like the Tide's not getting anything, and especially now he'll be fine with the Soul Ring. But I'm just saying about the matchup of the Anti-Mage and the power of being able to burn the mana. Avalanche toss mid, they will wrap forward. 2 Invis heroes just getting right on top of the Shaman. Little bit of experience as well. I believe Rappy may have got some gold from the Janata too, but of course it's only level 1. What is that? 12 gold stolen. Not a whole lot, but hey, you take what you can get. Especially at about 7 minutes into the game. But it looks like they're trying to give some solo experience over to the Shaman. You see this often Just heroes rotating back to the jungle, giving that solo levels to these supports. Because once the level 10, so the 10-minute mark comes around and you have that tome, you can... I mean, the Serpent Wards are a big timing for you to be able to pressure out towers. And also for Neon as well, considering. Like, if you can get this Ice Blast early with the... with the Bounty Hunter, just being able to secure those track kills, Rappy's got to be careful here. We get the Telekinesis Wonder Kid. It's got that waveform. Looks like they're just baiting out this Bounty Hunter here. And with that Invis on cooldown, Rappy's going to get chased forward. They have the waveform, the Adaptive Strike as well. One more right click, face hugger. He's going to be able to claim that one. But that's a 4-man rotation from EVOS. No one's getting anything out of mid. And meanwhile, Tidehunter is just going toe-to-toe with the Anti-Mage here. Does have the ultimate. So he's got to be careful here. I mean, not a lot of mana, like max mana pool on the Tidehunter. So that Mana Void won't do a whole lot here. But Mark, Magic Missile, Facehugger straight on top of him here. They're going to get the Replicate with that Avalanche from Wonder Kid. And the waveform, the Shackles is going to get popped here. The Enrage, one more right click coming out from the Ursa. Will it be enough? However, Play Hard tries to cut him off for the body boxer, but won't be there. Just the movement speed a little bit too slow. Thank you to, the buffs coming out from the Ursa movement speed. 379 without those phase boots. That's oh, not again. Not again. Neon have been having a rough time with their internet, I tell you what. You're pretty weak as well, my good sir. Have they got regen for you? Yeah, that's a little weak, but this is the power of having the Morbid Mask. You lifesteal so fast. One, with the attack speed, and just because of how low your HP pool is. 15% of the attack damage dealt. And he already is hitting a crap load. 116 right now. I mean, that's just the power of the Morphling. We see this often, just picking up that Morbid Mask. It means you later on can go Satanic if you need to. Even just a value Morbid Mask, it allows you to rotate back to the jungle early, and like we were saying, gives that lane up bot now to another support who needs the experience. But they're doing okay. I mean, Shaman's actually ahead, I'd say. About to hit level 5 at 8 minutes, 8:20 in. He may not even need the tome. They might just give it to the Venge. I'd like to see Shaman stay mid for the next minute 40, sorry. And then them try and probably push top tower and pressure the anti-mage down to maybe bot or even the jungle. That's going to be the thing. Like, can EVOS take towers with this Serpent Ward objective? Because my dog is doing some weird stuff on my bed. Because there's not a lot of, once again, not a lot of tower defense coming out from Neon. I mean, they're really reliant on this Ice Blast to hit or the Fade Bolt just for the damage reduction. I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit worrisome for them. Those are the supports, actually. Even Bounty's not 6 yet. And this is a big thing. A big timing for the Bounty Hunter is hitting that level 6. You just... Like, okay, you'll see the Bounty Hunter. What is he? 5th in net worth right now. Is that 5th? My eyes are testing me. Yeah, that's 5th. So he's 5th in net worth right now. Once he gets track, see him skyrocket. Usually Bounty Hunters, I mean, max out the Janata as well. So their gold that they're stealing is considerable amount. Like getting track kills and also Janata. But you really want Neon to start running at EVOS once the Bounty hits level 6. And that's what I'm worried about though. Like, Ancient Apparition not being level 6 really doesn't give you a whole lot in the laning stage. And also just in general until he gets that Ice Blast. I mean, Rubik can run around, but they're just going to lack a lot of damage here. They have the Ravage on the Tide. It's definitely not going to be enough, though, for the Anti-Mage, I believe. And with the Ward very deep in the lane, of course, it scouts out that Ursa. Teeping in to try and make an aggressive play here. But like we said, I mean, I wanted this Shaman to be around mid, and he is, certainly. He's about to hit that level 6 mark. Even before the Tome, meanwhile, down bot, though, Avalanche Toss... The combination coming out from this Tiny will be able to blow up Whitemon here. But in the meantime, it's going to give them some time to rotate to the top lane here. They're going to try and push this in. Shaman should be able to get level 6 off this off the creep wave, but another pause. They are really having issues with the internet.
A loss so small, the world will hardly notice.
Can they? I mean, the pings come through. They know what's happening. I don't know if they can kill bot fast. Like, who hits towers on Neon? like anti-mage can, once he hits a timing of, you know, being 3 items plus. But as of right now, who's really going to hit timing, like hit the buildings? Yes, Tiny has the toss that does building damage, but really apart from that, they've got no way to actually push towers. And that's worrisome, considering you see a lot of drafts now with these supports that one can hit towers, like the Lestrak, and then people that can also take Roshan. Like, these are key objectives that supports need to be able to do in this type of meta. Because if you have to wait for your carry to get 3 or 4 items, by that stage it could just be potentially be too late. We will have another attempt coming through, however. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they have internet issues going on right now, but none the rather, we are back underway. Wonder Kid does have to be careful, but like I said, with this Morbid Mask, he's going to be able to farm up the jungle really efficiently here. It looks like they will give up this bot tower. It's going to take a lot for them to take. Anti-Mage up top here with the Rage. You're going to be able to... No, they don't. Blinks away. Thank you. I think he had Strength Morph on, honestly. And maybe the Ring of Hell for the regen may have kept him alive. So he will be able to get away here. I was going to say, even with the Deep Observer Ward, you should be able to recognize they're going to get aggressive with the Shaman here, Wonder Kid. We find him in. There's no way to really get on top of him here. Tiny without that blink. Scatterlicious still in the area though, and you know he doesn't have a TP. But they're going to slowly take this tower. Will take us a while, especially without the Serpent Wards, but I'm pretty sure this is a big issue. Shaman not being around that XP. Because if he had 6, they could have taken tier 2, I believe, with the Catapult and also the Serpent Wards. It looks like they are going to continue pushing here, so I'd love for Shaman to actually get the experience from the lane. And looks like he will. He tomed as well. What's Venge on? Venge is me getting solo experience, so I guess that doesn't matter. Meanwhile, Scatterlicious, they will rotate in the Rubik here. He's got to make sure he doesn't get that stolen. They're going to be able to get the Courier on the backline. I believe that was Rappy, and indeed it was. I think it just had an Observer Ward. If I saw correctly, but in the meantime... play hard, of course, sorry. Looks like he stole the Wave of Terror earlier, so the spell still was still on cooldown. Rappy. They have detection, though. The pings came through, but I don't see any sentries in the area, though. He's going to try and turn his attention to that Shaman. Play hard on the high ground as well. With the Wave of Terror, I mean, the Shaman's going to be careful. Rappy's going to do a whole lot of damage here. They're going to try and chase for Rubik, however. And with the Venge cutting him off from the side, he will have that Magic Missile to hold him in place. It allows Ursa to close the distance. And they could just go Roshan if they want. Instead, maybe take a tier 1 tower as well. Which is even... It's actually going to net them Roshan probably afterwards. Such an important tower to be able to defend Roshan. Although they don't have the Serpent Wards, I think the 5 armor reduction coming out from the Venge and also... Tidehunter about to have the Vlads will be enough, but at least JL, he's got that Ice Blast now. Tiny's going to TP forward. He doesn't have the Blink Dagger. The Ice Blast not going to connect on anyone, so a little bit of mis-execution there. Facehugger first to pop the Enrage, and he will be fine now. So in the meantime, I mean, top's getting pushed in. Scatterlicious and also bot Wonder Kid. But AM is top of the net worth though, considering this is a really good sign for Neon. Like, Anti-Mage struggles early on in the game. And they tried to make that rotation kill top, but they just really weren't able to find him here. Didn't have enough damage. Does Shaman have Hex? Yeah, he does. I don't know if he did at the time, though. Play hard. Aethlin still not finished for that bonus, cast range. They have a Sentry, however, Rappy. Will be fine. Recognize he's got his own Sentry. He's going to be able to run straight through there. Continuously scouting out. They're going to get the dust, however. The scan, they know exactly what's happening. The Ice Ball is going to go forward here. Shaman, the Hex will drop him in. Does have to be careful. Looks like he might eventually tick out to this. Play hard. Can he get one more right click, however? The Shackles, he knows he's going to die here in that right click. JL will at least get the kill here. Believe that was a track kill. So at least they're not going to be too disappointed with that. I mean, it's a 1-for-1, and if you get the track kill, you're really happy with that outcome. Because your gold is slowly going to start to increase with that net worth. Let's see. I mean, he might have tracked a bunch earlier, but it doesn't look like it was, considering the gold change. Stop doing... We haven't seen a Ravage yet. I mean, Ty's going to be pretty careful with his positioning, but I think Scatterlicious needs the level 2 in the Men of Void to be able to blow up the Tide Hunter. Just because of his mana pool is really not that high, so the Men of Void's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but we'll have the Vlads now finished. This is our go time for them. I believe this Serpent Wards, it should be Roshan, and they're going to be able to take it very easily. Oh, pair that up with an Arcane Rune. That is a feels good, man. They want to fight. Like, you have Serpent Wards, Ravage as well. Now with the Vlad's finished. Max level in the Wave of Terror. Like, you really want to be doing something with this. Because the faster you get that Roshan on the timer, means you're going to get the cheese earlier and that refresher shot as well. So, Wonder Kid, Ice Blast. Waveform does still get the damage tick, I believe. I don't know if he juked the impact damage, but at least he did get the pass. Of course, when the Ice Blast paths through for that passive, but they're going to smoke up. We'll walk forward. Mark just on the high ground here, trying to clear some neutral claims pretty safely here. Of course, the pings come through. They know exactly where he is. So this T1 tower hasn't got taken care of. They have any sentries, Rappy? Gotta be careful. They drop a sentry here. They scout him out. They know exactly where he is. He's going to try and go for a swap. Will he be able to get it in time? Just that level 1 cast range being only 700. Waimon just wasn't able to close the distance. We'll go for the Ice Bath, however, just a little bit of chip damage. There's no follow-up. At least Mark does have the Blink Down finish and the Battle Fury finished on the Anti-Mage. Even though the Battle Fury is finished, I do believe EVOS can still keep running at the Anti-Mage. It doesn't mean he's able to fight now. You really, it's like a Midas. This Battle Fury, you just want to be farming. You don't want to join in any team fights. It's a farming item. That's all it is. Yes, the damage helps out a little bit, you know, throughout these fights, but it's farming. This is what it's for. And it looks like Neon, they're just going to allow him to do this. And I imagine they're going to try and make movements. I mean, Rappy just constantly playing around with the track. He's going to get the Courier again. That Observer Ward scouting out. They will get the Dust. Wave of Terror to see him. Wonder if they scout out the Observer Ward as well. If they check that inventory, but the Magic Missile is going to swap him back. 2 Wonder Kid with the Adaptive Strike. He's going to be able to take another kill. 2-0 and 2. Now with the Bounty Hunter Den, he does have buyback. I mean, it doesn't look like they'll be able to get to Roshan in time, which is something they still haven't taken yet. And I'd love to see, I mean, we see right now with this Ice Vortex, I'd love to see the Ancient Apparition playing around this side of the, like this area. Not directly around Roshan, but, you know, around, you know, mid to like the top side, just so you can constantly scout at Roche. Because the side of Radiant can do it crazy fast. TP's coming through, but it looks like the Illusion bait. They have a ward on the high ground as well. It's going to scout out the Venge and that Shaman too. They will get the tick over. The blink forward from Facehugger and then tries to blow down Mark, but it won't be enough, however. 3-man Avalanche. Nicely played from here in the Ice Vortex. Scouts him out here. They got to be careful. Play hard. Has that spell seal. What's he want to go for? The Magic Missile is going to stun him up here. They're going to pop the Ravage as well. They need to burst him down before he steals it. Now the Avalanche toss. Mark will be able to find the Ursa here without the Enrage. They just have way too much control for him to get it off here. Wonder Kid's going to get his own toss with that Replica. Tiny's going to end up falling here. It's a double kill for Mr. Wonder Kid. In the meantime, though, Scatterlicious using this time to farm up. He's got that Yasha now finished. And you see all of a sudden, like, look at the net worth. Anti-Mage and Morphling was pretty close by, but now all of a sudden, AM a K ahead. They got the gold lead as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
How the supports levels looking? I mean, pretty much even Rappy's 8. That's rough. Thus, once again, Rappy's playing with fire here. I mean, Magic Miss Rappy? I mean, I don't know about that play. Trying to chuck out tracks right in front of them. But it looks like Rappy really wants to just get vision. Allow the Anti-Mage to farm very aggressively here, because there's not a lot of catch from EVOS. They don't, like, without the blink from the Shadow Shaman. He does have Aether Lens now finished, but Anti-Mage doesn't have to worry about the Vengeful Spirit Magic Missile, because of course you have the counter spell, so you're easily able to escape from this. So there's really not a lot of catch from EVOS unless Ursa, you know, is able to get some bashes coming through. But I think this is about 5 minutes too late on what they could have taken Roshan with the Vlads and the minus armor that they had. It should definitely have been over by now. Not the game, but I mean Roshan. Like, they should have been able to take at least top tier 2 and maybe mid as well, or pressure to fight here. But I think once they get Ravage next, they're going to try and fight. They'll force something. Mid is getting pushed in because Neon, they recognize the timing. I mean, you always get the little timings in the games whenever these big ultimates on cooldown, because EVOS got to play around it. The Deep Observer will get de-watered. Vengeful Spirit's going to pay for her life, however. Not sure if that was a track kill. I don't know if he got it off in time. We spoke about, though, this Tiny just being able to burst down the supports is a big issue, and he's about to have the Echo Saber finished. Mark's just constantly hunting on the backline here. He's lacking a little bit of mana regen. Of course, that's something Tiny has always had troubles with. The bottle is going to be able to help out. I can't speak. And also the Echo Saber as well. How much mana regen? Okay, it is only 1.25 still. Tired's got that ulti. Rappy, they're going to be able to find him out here. They'll get the gush for the slow. That minus armor as well. Facehugger just so much damage. Meanwhile, hang on a second. What did we miss? Rubik and JL able to solo kill Wonder Kid there. Looks like they got the Ice Blast into probably a telekinesis to hold him in place, and farming around the Ancient. I'm presuming he was low around, max agi here, and with that low HP pool. Facehugger's got to be careful though. They're going to be able to get the blink forward with that Ice Vortex for the bonus magic damage. Facehugger, can he get the rage off in time? They're going to think about turning it. They get the Ravage. It's onto 3. And now Tiny's going to end up falling here. Ursa will get held in place for the Cold Feet. There's going to be a swap back. Play hard, and they have the Hex. And on the backline, though, Scatterlicious going to join the fight. Ursa will be able to survive here, but it looks like Shaman, he won't have the same fate. The Man Void will be able to bring him down. They're going to be able to stun him up, but it will get stolen, however. A blink forward. They might try and turn their attention to the Tide Hunter. Anti-Mage still here. But they're pretty weak. Instead, Rappy's going to be able to find the Ursa. They'll have another blink forward. Morphling would rejoin the fight here. Wonderkid gets a little bit of revenge on that ancient apparition from before. And they'll have the blink to follow up here, trying to get rid of the mana from the anti-mage. Will it be enough to get the blink away? He's got that mana boots. So the intel boots. With the strength treads, he's going to be able to regen up enough, but another blink will hold him in place. And waveform forward, you have the adaptive strike. Nicely played from Wonderkid. Just using this replicate perfectly here. Stopping the blinks from coming through. Another pause. Oh my lord. Damn, I mispronounced a few things that team fight. Whoops. You actually see the power of the Wonderkid anti-mage though, like with the replicate. I imagine he's going to stay in that for a majority of the game. The really only person you'd want is Tiny for the lockdown, I guess. You see the power as well with the Ice Vortex into the Tiny Burst. Just, what is it, 30% increased magic damage. He was rushing Ags. Looks like he's not anymore. But now we're 20 minutes into the game. They don't have Aegis as of yet. With a Shaman and 2 minus armors. This is a little worrisome. Not to mention, I mean, you got Vlad's. This is a little worrisome, I'd say, for the side of EVOS, because you're letting Anti-Mage farm. I mean, you see he's 3k ahead of this Morphling. Even the Ancient Apparition has got a fair few items as well. 3, 2, and 5. And this is solely because of the Bounty Hunter. Something I have not mentioned. But I mean, Bounty Hunter is able to allow these supports to get a lot of, well, not a lot of items, but to get some useful items throughout the games. I mean, you see Venged with 2200. I mean, he has got no kills, so that's not going to help. But at least, these bounty tracks coming through, it's going to allow the Ancient Apparition to get a force off, which could potentially keep him alive from the Ursa, or also, one of his teammates if Ursa blinks forward and gets a bash coming through. So it's really key. It's not only this bounty hunter being able to buff up and have a big net worth lead, but it's also the supports that get these little small utility items. In the meantime, though, they are going to push this bot lane in. Scatterlicious has that Manta. We'll be going for the Skadi next. Wants to try and survive the burst damage. There's not a lot of lockdown, so if he can survive maybe the only, maybe stray Hex or Shackles that comes out, then he might be able to survive with the stats. They will walk inside Roshan. It's pretty telegraphed though, considering as soon as the other team is on the opposite side of the map, you're going to walk straight in Roche. They should recognize this, however. Mid lane, Shadow Shaman's going to get bursted down, and now with the Ice Blast, it's going to be able to scout it out here, Rappy.
under attack.
Chucks out that shuriken, a lot of damage, and now with the track, they scout them out here. Facehugger thinking about reinitiating here. He's going to go straight back into Roche. They still have the track and mark. Might just actually blink Avalanche Toss here once he rages off cooldown here. He's got to be careful. Can he get the blink away? However, the track is over. But there goes Mark. And now the ultimate on the backline here. Ravage is going to connect onto 3. They'll get the buyback coming through as well. Will the spell life still be there in time here? And now with the Vlad, you have the Anchor Smash as well. Kraken Shell will pop as well. But Tidehunter is slowly going to get brought down. That's a mana void for him. That's going to be Roshan as well for the side of Dire. Nothing that rating can do. And this anti-mage now is, yeah, this anti-mage is a big issue. And this is the issue I'm seeing, like, you try and take a really telegraphed Roshan fight, or even try and sneak Roshan, and then you do it at least, like, if I'm being generous, probably at least 7-8 minutes late. Wonder Kid mid, that Ice Blast, I mean, they're going to be able to follow up with the Avalanche Toss. Does get the Strength Morph at the end, but it looks like it wasn't out in time. That's the issue with I mean, that's the issue with having an Ancient Apparition with this Ice Bath. I mean, you get no heal coming through. So this Strength Morph is really for naught. And we've seen now twice this Morphling being bursted down from the Ice Bath. They're going to try and chase for more though. Telekinesis, they steal the Hex. They're going to get the Spirit Vessel on the Shaman. Force back to base here. Ursa in a really bad spot. So is the Tidehunter. I mean, they've got to be careful here. Vortex to hold the Tide in. We'll get the cold feet, but they're going to try and at least get another kill here. It will beat that Ursa. It's a bigger kill than the Tidehunter. That is their position too. And even though Tide, I mean, he doesn't have Ravage, so really he's not going to do a whole lot throughout these team fights. But able to get that Ursa, who did buy back for the Roshan fight, I believe. So he's got the buyback death timer. That's troublesome to see with the gold net worth lead now up to 12k. You see, it was looking okay during that 13-minute mark, but all of a sudden, you know, we're like we are plus 10 minutes in. Neon Esports are pushing through it very well. I mean, Scatterlish is about to have this Skadi now finished. You see the gold advantage coming through from the track because they have these 18 kills. Yes, they only have 4 more kills, but you got to remember this track is level 2. So Allies bonus gold is 80 and self is 250, not to mention Janada as well from the Bounty Hunter. I think if Rappy had a Janada at a high level before the Shadow Walk, he would have a lot more gold on net worth. But tier 3 falling at 25 minutes in with an anti-mage. This is worrisome as well for EVOS now, considering they don't have much wave clear for themselves as well. Like, if Neon walk up higher ground, what do EVOS actually do here? You're really reliant on Tidehunter getting the initiation. That's why he's forced to go for a Blink Dagger this game instead of, you know, like this early, you know, pipe, maybe Greaves Rush. The pipe is really solely for the magic burst from this Tiny, and also just the Ice Bath as well, trying to tick someone out.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
I don't know if Wonder Kid can actually carry against this anti-mage. Like, the only way they kill AM... Sorry. The only way they kill anti-mage is if you get a Shackles and Wonder Kid has, you know, the replicate of the anti-mage already, so he loses his mana and he can't blink away. That's how I look at this right now. In the meantime, I mean, just takes the range racks with nothing else to worry about. I mean, you see the Shaman, he's got the Eighth Lens, but even then you have the counterspell. It doesn't matter. Mark blinked in the trees. Shaman, you wouldn't drop the Serpent Wards right now in the trees. You wouldn't just do it because you got a feeling. The Spidey sense of tingling. If they want to try and find the Tide, this is a big kill if he, you know, Avalanche toss back onto the team. But it looks like Tide well underneath the base now. He's got that pipe finally finished. Morphling's going to go back as well here. The Avalanche toss are going to try and blow up the Shaman here. Does get the Hex, but it won't be in time. The buybacks are coming through, but Tidehunter, he's got no mana. And I don't think the stick charges will even be enough for the Ravage here. They'll burn even more in mana now as well. So the buyback, what can they get out of this so Rappy? We'll get the Arcane Boots coming through, but all of a sudden, just Tidehunter, he's got to go back to base here. Like, your whole team fight is your Ravage right now. Having no mana, they're going to get the Avalanche Toss once again. Vengeful Spirit will fall here. Just so much magic damage, and they might keep pressuring here. Wonder Kid will be fine, though. He's got the waveform if need be in case there's any more aggression. But this is an anti-mage at 27 minutes in, just pressuring up your high ground, and they're going to have Ages for another 45 seconds with the gem now picked up. So their vision game is going to be drastically in favor of Neon. And you see Mark is constant. I mean, Mark is 6-3-6. Mr. Marky Mark. Just playing this game really well. Trying to hunt these backliners. Recognizing that if I can blow up the supports, you know, which have the save potential from the Tide or even a majority of the lockdown from EVOS, they're going to blink forward. They need the shackles coming through. Will it be enough lockdown? However, the Tiny, they're going to get the force off away. The Ravage on the backline connects on two. Facehugger's going to move forward as well. They'll get the Uceptor as well. And there you go, Mark straight to the backline here. Shaman's going to fall. They're going to get the Ice Blast as well. Wonder Kid blown down from that Meta Void. Mark's going to fall as well. They have the Spirit Vessel with your Rage on cooldown. Facehugger won't be able to survive this. Play hard, gets that kill. Magic Missile. Bounty Hunter's going to be careful here. We'll chuck at the track. Aegis is going to be reclaimed here. Force off, going to juke out that waveform. Another blink forward. Scatterlicious, he wants more keys. Going to be able to find the Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be another track kill for them. Radiant is still in the area though. They're going to be careful. Blink, they burst him down. Anti-Mage, he's going to be careful now. Waveform away. Is going to keep chasing here. Wonder Kid, what else can he do? There's no mana on the Tide Hunter, and without any saves coming through, I mean, they have the swap, but Venge, do you really want to sack your life for this? I mean, you just bought back, and they'll be fine. That was a hefty team fight, however. I mean, about a 2,600 gold swing coming through with 2 buybacks on the Morphling and the Vengeful Spirit, and all of a sudden, Morphling behind the Tiny. And this is looking rough. Scatterlicious is about to have this butterfly now finished. Not to mention, I mean, shrines. This is the last shrine for them, the most important one on the map. I'm curious on what his GPM is, actually. This is nuts. He's got a crap load of lost hits. Let's see. Woo, that is pretty nutty. Let's see. 787 GPM. Scatterlicious is on a mission. I said this, I mean, Neon, they're a team that really relies on Scatterlicious to be able to hard carry them. And this is what the Anti-Mage is doing as of right now. You pick him, this big hard carry that's able to go late game. They have a deep Observe Ward as well, so side of EVOS have to be careful. I mean, Wonder Kid's going to walk straight into it here. Anti-Mage doesn't really want to blink forward onto that. Instead, he will run into the Tide Hunter. BKB is going to be the next item of choice here. Tide might be forced to swap him away. Instead, he's going to go straight for the Vengeful Spirit. Get rid of that save potential here. Magic Missile has been stolen. Now, without any mana, they just burst him down. Look at it. The DD coming through for the Tiny. And all of a sudden, I mean, Tide Hunter, he's supposed to be the tanky hero, but he's just down. Dead for 60. He does not have buyback. No one in the game has buyback. You see, Tide actually will get it in about 70 gold here, but this is going to be a tier 3 mid. They're going to try and chase for more as well with the Blink Avalanche Toss. They will get the swap, but they have lead-in of the Hex. The Toss won't be able to keep him alive. No Rappy. They'll get the Shackles, Ice Blast as well. It's onto the Shaman. At least they do kill the Ursa, and somehow Rappy, he's still alive. They're going to be able to get the Toss. Another setup. Wonder Kid claims that kill with the Replicate. But it's a 1 for 2. And these are some pretty big kills as well. Considering in the meantime, Scatterlicious just pushing in the mid lane, and now with the double siege creep, he's going to blink forward. Shaman will be in a situation here. The Avalanche only going to delay this here. That telekinesis from afar, play hard. They'll drop as much damage onto him as he can, but they get the movement speed slow. Do they have a waveform? However, they're going to get the toss. Now Vengeful Spirit stuck in a bad spot. The swap once again. Wonder Kid, waveform away. He's got the adaptive strike with that strength. Now, just the swaps galore coming through. Play hard's got his own, and the Vengeful Spirit as well. But they should be fine here. They're going to get the Ravage. It's on the backline. Will connect only onto 2. And nice Scepter from the Rubik. They're going to bring him down, though. That is a gem on the deck. Can JL escape as well? It's going to go for the TP out. Ursa, can he get in range? Will it be enough damage? No, it's not. Adaptive Strike just not there in time as well. So it's 2 full lanes of racks down. Make it a 25k gold net worth lead. And even though they were able to take some kills off it, they might even be able to get the Ursa as well, who has the gem. I mean, this is... If they get Ursa, this is a disaster. Even Wonder Kid. Mark, come back, buddy. Gonna blink forward. Don't know where Tiny is, however. Wonder Kid's gotta be careful. He's gonna blink on the high ground here. Scatterlicious, do you really want to be there with a counterspell? We'll hex up the Shaman. He'll be fine. I mean, you can play this aggressive when you know Ravage is down, wards as well. This Anti-Mage feels like a man on a mission right now. Like, really has no threat at all. This game, and with the butterfly pickup, I mean, just the evasion coming through, just any threat of being bursted down from the physical damage that EVOS have is really completely neglected right now. What is the win prob? 99%. I mean, they're probably going to wait for Roshan, which will be up right now. Refresher. Sorry, the Aegis Cheese, not Refresher Shard. They'll be able to take this, and this will be the game ending Aegis, I believe. With a 32 minutes in, this Anti-Mage. This kind of similar to what, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but Anna's Anti-Mage, when that first game back against the Greek squad, I believe. This is similar. Like, you just see, look at the net worth bar, just so far ahead of the Morphling. It's actually crazy. Like, for honest, Wonder Kid's having a good game. I mean, he's 8-3-4 with 250 CS. But I mean, Anti-Mage is just, he's got the gold from, you know, all the objectives, you know, shrines, that Roshan, tier 3s, racks, and also a bunch more last hits as well. So Aegis will end up falling here. They're going to be able to get the Aegis Cheese in the hand of Anti-Mage. He's going for the Abyssal Blade next, I imagine. If they get, I mean, he's going to be able to initiate forward on this Morphling now. Like, there's a potential, instead of Anti-Mage having to rely on Marky Mark to initiate with the Blink Avalanche Toss, he's going to be the one that can start forward with this Abyssal Blade. Hex, they will blink forward on the Tide as well. Going to get the Gush out, but now with the Telekinesis, will it be enough for the Shaman here? The Mana Void's going to bring him down. The Ice Blast as well. Mark's on the follow-up. He's got the BKB, so they won't be able to keep him controlled here. Ravage on the backline. Wonder Kid trying to do as much as he can here. Play hard. What does he steal? He's trying to get controlled here, but they will pop out the Ravage. But with the BKB, Wonder Kid, he's going to be fine here. Can he escape, however? Waveform is available. So luckily, because that counter spell being able to block the abilities coming through, there's going to be a bash to Skadi slow as well. Scatterlicious, that's to be careful here, but he's got the Mana Void. I mean, he's already level 25, 20-second cooldown on the Mana Void. Wonder Kid with the Blink away, he will be fine, but they're going to turn their attention into that tier 3 tower now. Tidehunter's in a situation as well. I mean, with the Spirit Vessel, is unable to get any heals coming through from that HP region. It's going to be 4 dead eventually. I mean, it'll take a while with the Kraken Shell, but he does fall. GG's are going to be called. We've got a game 2. Ladies and gentlemen, so Neon, I said Neon really weird, but they will take, I mean, off the back of a really, really good Anti-Mage, and I was a little worried considering I thought this Anti-Mage was going to have a rough time. Like, if Radiant were able to take Roshan early, were able to then get objectives and suffocate Anti-Mage on one portion of the map, so he couldn't really farm up. That's what I thought was going to happen, but not this case. So we will have another game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Go through the scoreboard real quick though. That was felt like a weird cast. I don't know if you yeah, I don't know what to say. It just felt like a weird cast. I hate casting when my parents go to sleep. That is the one thing I dislike. What was his GPM? 859. Wow. So I don't know. I wonder if EVOS ban out the bounty. Like, I mean, he went 5-5-17, but just the tracks being able to it really allowed Mark to have a good game. Just he snowballed, he got a lot of kills, but not to mention those kills were a majority of track kills. So just that bonus gold allowed Mr. Mark to get those levels, get the items as well. It created a lot of space for the Anti-Mage. I saw this going either way. It was either going to, you know, the track kills are going to allow the rest of the team to get items early on to create space for the Anti-Mage, or I saw it as like, well, you have a core that's not helping you out, which then means you're potentially not going to get enough track kills. But Neon, they played that very well, so they will even up this series, guys. Appreciate everyone watching. If you guys have been enjoying the cast, don't forget to head over and drop a follow on the Twitter. It is Aries_HD. I don't think capitals matter, but yeah, I appreciate everyone watching. We are going to have a quick break. Hope everyone is having a wonderful time, chat.